What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with our OTC Saturday video. Just want to get right into it this week. We're going to talk about quite a few stocks. Most of them we have talked about in the past, but right now, the way the market is, we want to concentrate on what's moving and what we think is going to move going into next week. So we're going to start off with a stock that I talked about last week. If you want really good information on this stock, check out Moon Market. Got a great YouTube channel. He's put out some great information on Fern. Really like this company. Been watching it for a while now, and after seeing some of his info and then digging in a little deeper, really have some conviction in this play. This thing closed at 0.007, up 48% on Friday, so it had a really good day. The reason it ran on Friday was due to its it filed its attorney letter, so it's going to go pink current. My anticipation is that they will be pink current by Wednesday, barring any issues where they have to resubmit an attorney letter, which would obviously delay that probably until next the following week sometime. But if all goes well, I would anticipate they being pink current probably Wednesday, Thursday at the latest, again, barring any issues. So once that comes, I do expect some revelation on the movements going forward. They have a very good share structure. If we take a look again, authorized 2 billion shares, outstanding 1,784,729,368, of which 491 million are restricted. So they have a float of just about 1.3 billion shares. It says the float's 482 million, but you kind of got to look at the unrestricted is what we're dealing with in most cases. So really like Fern going forward, FERN. This is something that I'm going to be watching over the probably throughout the entire month of May. One of my top plays, in my opinion, going through the month of May. Second stock is a stock that I actually put a video out exclusively for this stock alone, and also talked about them a couple times over the past couple weeks, and this is World Oil Group Inc., WOGI. This stock closed at 0.0602, down 16% on Friday. Had a rough day on Friday on low volume, but that's after a solid week where this thing ran from the low fives, high fours and low fives, all the way up to 0.082 for the high. If you take a look here, this is the key Friday after hours OTC markets updated the authorized shares. It is now 1 billion on the authorized shares, very small. The outstanding shares 833 million, with 67 million being restricted. Looks as if they have 765 or 766 million unrestricted, 542 held at the DTC, and it looks like the float is only 101 million. Again, we're looking closer to that 765 to get more of a idea of what we're dealing with, in my opinion. Now, because you can also see the float was updated back in 2017. So, but we're also talking about looking forward to 2 acquisitions, and if we take a look here at the company overview, in fact, I think you go to the company profile, and they have a new description up as well. It says World Oil Group Inc. is a holding company actively pursuing acquisitions in the fintech and gold industries. They say they have 2 acquisitions already done, ready to be announced. So I'm assuming they're going to be either in the fintech or gold or one of each going forward. We should be looking for more acquisitions because now being a holding company, they're probably looking to grow and diversify. The new management seems very content with making sure their shareholders are happy and very excited about the way they're handling this, because not many companies would just wipe out shares like that and then also promise share reductions going forward, which will make this a very low float OTC. So very excited to see what their plans are going forward. I think at 6 cents, this is an absolute steal. Friday was a great pullback day to jump into this. I think those highs of 0.8 or 0.082 are going to get blown through once we get news of what acquisitions they made and any news of further share reductions or more acquisitions. So This thing has a plethora of catalysts, low float. Right now, this has all the ingredients to go parabolic except for volume. And obviously, this share reduction showing is that's definitely going to bring some eyes to this stock Monday morning. And then any news of acquisitions, this thing's going to fly, in my opinion. So really like World Oil Group, WOGI, going forward, one of my favorites. Next stock we're going to be talking about is another one we've talked about before, and that's RETC, 12 Retech Corporation. This is a custodianship play. George Sharp actually filed last week to gain custodianship of this. There's been word that there's been dilution. Also word that the company will fight the custodianship. I think that's what's kind of been holding this down, because the other play, GVSI, which we'll be talking about in a second, this thing's actually just exploded and kind of traded similar to RETC until the verification or the response letter from the court was tweeted out by George Sharp, which was only two or 3 days after the file letter was tweeted out. So I anticipate seeing that court letter being tweeted out by George probably Monday or Tuesday, hopefully Monday, but I would think Monday or Tuesday. Quote unquote from George Sharp in one of his tweets, "I will win custodianship of RETC." End quote. So he seems pretty confident he's going to win the custodianship. Love him or hate him, this guy. This guy brings attention. He's one of the players, the big players in OTC right now, and I would keep an eye on any play that he's talking about getting custodianship of, or anything of that nature he has something to do with, because we've seen ever since TSMP, it's driven stocks up significantly. So definitely looking at RETC, anticipating that court response letter Monday or Tuesday. This is an all or nothing play. I mean, obviously there's risk involved here. This is an all or nothing play. If George Sharp wins custodianship, all I have to say is GVSI. This stock came from the 0.002 area all the way up to almost 4 cents. So right now, if you look at the two, if this thing does get George Sharp does gain custodianship of this, I do anticipate a similar run to GVSI. And even if we get 50% of GVSI, this thing is still a 100% winner from where it's at, if not better. So really like RETC. I like the risk versus reward in this play. So I'm definitely holding this one going into next week. Last two stocks we're going to be talking about on OTC Saturday. As we mentioned before, GVSI, we're going to go over this briefly. We've talked about this a couple times. GVSI has been a monster over the past couple weeks. If you just take a look at the chart here, I mean, this thing has went absolutely parabolic. And right here is where it was, right here is where it was before it got that letter. So it did run up. The stock did run up, no mistake about it. Ran almost to a penny. But this is right where we got that court letter, and this thing has now absolutely went parabolic. So still watching this one. We have having an idea. I mean, I have no idea what George is planning on, or Mr. Sharp is planning on doing with these companies, but I would anticipate higher prices than 3.5 cents long term. If you're a day trader, this thing's going to be volatile. You can make money on the moves of this. If you're a short-term swing at this price, I'm not sure how I like this play. But if you're long-term, I definitely like this play because there's a major catalyst coming up any which way you look at it. So definitely like GVSI is something I'm definitely keeping my eye on, and any big dips I will be adding to my position. Last but not least, Green Globe International merging with Hempaco. This has been an absolute beast. This thing closed on Friday at 0.036, up almost 9%. This thing is up from the low dubs. I mean, this thing has a very similar chart to GVSI, even stronger. I mean, just look at this. This is unreal. I mean, if you had gotten anywhere down here under a penny, with any significant size, you're sitting pretty for the next month. and well done if you did. I've been in and out of this thing a few times from about the penny range, kept a little bit of a core position. I do anticipate a pullback. I can always be wrong. I have a rather, I wouldn't say a large position. I have a pretty moderate position in this one. If this thing does take a deep pullback, I will be adding significantly. If it runs, I run with what I have and happy with the profits that I made. But, with this Hempako merger, this thing could be big, especially with them going after menthol cigarettes and things of that nature. If these guys can kind of work their way around that, where they're the only menthol available somehow, could be huge. But definitely like GGII, I will not be adding to my position unless we get a significant crack in the momentum. I'll be waiting somewhere around 2.5. Long term, I think this thing goes much higher than it is now. So, and we'll still see some volatility because the interest and the buzz is still there and the volume's still there. So, definitely like GGII. But obviously this week, my favorite stocks, we're going to just kind of take a last glance at them. World Oil Group, WOGII, this is definitely my favorite. This thing I think has multi-bagger potential to it. Obviously, we're pink current, low, beautiful share structure, going to get even better. 2 acquisitions on the way. Now this is a holding company, probably more acquisitions coming, and again, more low share reductions coming. So 6 cents is a steal for this one, in my humble opinion. This is one of my top plays going over the next month. Definitely like Fern. I think there's a lot of things going on with this one. Being that they won't be pink current till Wednesday, I might be looking for a pullback to the 60s to jump in, the low to mid 60s to jump in, because I think this thing might pop into the 80s and then kind of pull back before they are pink current. But I could be wrong. This thing can just go parabolic and take off. There's a lot of eyes on it, a lot of interest in it. Very good share structure. So I think we're going to see updates as soon as we're pink current, and as a speculative play, I really love Fern Hill Corporation. And then last one, RETC. If George Sharp gets his way with this one, we will probably see this at least 3 times the price. So if not, this thing's going to tank. So this is an all or nothing play, but take a decent sized position. And then wait for the news. I anticipate something Monday or Tuesday. So that's all I have for you today. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe. Any comments or questions, please put them in the comment section below. I will see you tonight with the weekly watch list and a little weekly review or preview of what we should look forward to. And I will see you tonight. As always, traders, let's get that money.